What is Total War Rome 2? Total War Rome 2 is a real-time tactics game where battles take place in an isometric 3D environment that you can customize using this battle customizer feature, selecting any of many different factions to make a army out of many different unit types, as well as play pre-scripted historical battles where they try to recreate historical things that have happened and you play them. It does feature multiplayer as well as leaderboard, so there's PvE and PvP capabilities. In addition, and this is probably what the average player is going to like more actually, it has a campaign system. It is like a light grand strategy or light 4X grand campaign where you select one of these many factions across different eras based on if you're playing, a DLC or the base game or something. And you select one of these factions within a culture. You have different difficulties for each of them, and they have different bonuses and whatnot. But you'll select any, you'll start up your campaign, and you'll be thrown into this grand strategy light map-based gameplay mode where you control armies and navies on the map, fighting their battles in real time, in the real-time tactical perspective and gameplay mode, once you actually engage with other armies, with other navies, as well as you can see right here, even city assaults. So there's a lot of options here. The grand strategy light portion of this takes place on the map. It looks like this. It features a fog of war system, as well as some light city building mechanics where you can go ahead and upgrade buildings that are already in place, expand cities while managing smaller towns attached to them in provinces, unify them, and you will be able to enact edicts, buffing yourself. There is technology research, quiet tutorial I'm teaching now. There are technology trees that you can follow in a martial and civic environment with different focuses. There is trade, finances. You can set taxation levels, monitor your finances. Based on what factions you pick, the game has different ways to win via mission trees, as well as ultimate generic objectives such as military victory, which in multiplayer, in a 2-player co-op or PvP environment, you can also achieve victory in. This game does have a diplomacy system where you can select other nations and make deals with them. From military alliances, military access, trading payments, non-aggression pacts, defensive alliances, making other nations your client state, all to fulfill the different goals that exist. This is what the game's armies look like. They have unit caps that you can fill up, customizing armies to meet your tactical preference. Additionally, there are agents which can be used to perform special missions on enemy targets, as well as perform functions in your own cities and armies. And here is what a navy looks like as well. There is a character system where you can acquire different characters for leading your armies, leading your navies, governing your provinces, even breeding. And there is a political spectrum orientation here, a politics screen with a summary of all the information you need on your nation. There is Senate control that you vie for. That is if you are the correct government type to handle this, but there is a different form of governance and power play control depending on what government type you are playing as. There's republics, empires, and even tribal governments as well as records of everything that you have done in the game in case you wish to see that. The grand campaign does take place in a turn-based fashion, despite the fact that the battles are a real-time tactics gameplay sort of thing. There are resources such as money and food that you need to manage while taking care of your units, and a tracked passage of time with different seasons that will affect the battles that spawn, as well as affect your own logistics on this map. That is, in short, what Total War Rome 2 is and what it can offer to you, a beginner, a potential player of this game. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and if you have any suggestions for any other guides, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I'm going to make a playlist that I will fill up with guides on this game, just as I have done for Total War Shogun 2. But for now, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next one.